Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for this logo ranking video. If you're familiar with my content, then this is kind of what I do. I started ranking logos like 3 years ago, and admittedly not very good when I first started out, especially a couple of major leagues that I should really do those videos over again and kind of re-rank those teams. But here I am today, probably ranked over 80 to 90 leagues around the world from different sports. And roughly a year ago, I ranked the CWHL and I can't remember the other league, but 2 women's hockey leagues. Now, the CWHL does not exist anymore, but it was a very important video because it's not only men that play sports, women do as well. And that's why I wanted to do this video. Now, I've done the NBA, and now it's time to do the WNBA, the women's basketball league. And there are some incredible logos in this league. I was not very familiar with this league. I've never seen a game, but I had to check out the logos and instantly fell in love with a couple. And I can't wait to show them to you if you haven't seen them before. So I've ranked these 1 to 12 teams in the league. Now, there's been some conflicting logos that I've seen online. The official site seems to list some logos, but ESPN lists on different primary logos. And then there's a logo site that I usually use that's supposed to have all the updated logos, but some of those are different. So I apologize in advance if I don't have the 100% legitimate primary logo, official logo from the league. I did the best I could, and I tried to find the most up-to-date logo. There's a bunch floating around, but forgive me if I did make a mistake, and let me know down in the comments if I did make a mistake, where in the video or which logo is a mistake, and point me in the right direction to the official one. Okay, so let's get this going. I'm gonna go from 12 to 1, least favorite to favorite, and I'm gonna start out with number 12, the Connecticut Sun. It's honestly not that bad. I like the colors. It kind of looks like a basketball. It has those basketball colors. The C in the middle kind of ruins it for me a little bit. In hockey, I'm a Montreal Canadiens fan, and I despise their logo. I hate the C, even though they're my favorite team. I don't like the logo at all. This reminds me of that. I don't know if it's the red and the C, but I'm just not a fan of it. It looks like something you'd see in a juice box or something, like this whole logo. I don't hate it or dislike it really. It's just there's so many other logos in this league that I prefer. It kind of fell to the bottom for me. Number 11, I have the Indiana Fever. I know that that's a basketball down below, near the bottom, but it looks like a beach volleyball or something. It does. It's conflicting. I get the beach volleyball vibe at the bottom. The Fever in the middle kind of looks like, I think it's the Cleveland Indians logo, possibly. That's very baseball. The rest of it is not really sports specific. There's all kinds of logos like this, but it just, I don't know. I get different sports in this logo. It's not a bad logo by any means. I like the color combination. It's all contained in this one circle or this one thing. It looks really good. It just doesn't feel like a basketball logo to me. It feels like a volleyball logo or a baseball logo or something. Number 10, the Phoenix Mercury. This is a pretty cool logo. I see the basketball in there. It's not too much of a stretch. I do see it. But this is such a throwback to like the late 40s, 50s, early 60s kind of font or feel to it. It feels like, I know that there was a car company, I think called Mercury, or there was a car called Mercury. I can't really remember, but this is the kind of vibe I get. It feels like should be an emblem on a car or something. It's not bad by any means. I feel like it fits other places better, like the automotive industry or something, even though clearly that's a basketball up there. But anyway. Number 9, the Atlanta Dream. I'll definitely say I really love the logo, or the colors here. The blue and the red look really good together with that little bit of white. You can't go wrong with that color combination. It's got the basketball in there. They're dreaming, they're shooting for the stars. I get it. It's a decent logo. I'm just not a fan of textual style logos. You get the basketball in there. That's a graphic. I understand that, but the majority of this logo is textual, and I just not a big fan of text that much. Next logo number 8 is, I've ranked the Los Angeles Sparks. Like those colors, those are Lakers colors, so I get the relationship there. The green ball in the background, I just get conflicting vibes from it. It looks good with the purple. It looks good with the yellow, but I feel like it doesn't really fit green, purple, and yellow. I don't know, it just doesn't vibe with me. It feels very much like a 90s logo. Now, the palm trees or the palm leaves or whatever is the most modern part of the entire logo itself. I really like that. It's a pretty nice logo. The only thing I would change is the color of the basketball in behind. Other than that, really like it. Number 7, I have the Minnesota Lynx. A pretty interesting logo. You see a lot of cats in different sports teams around the world, regardless of what sport it's in: hockey, football, basketball, whatever. It's not uncommon. It makes sense. That animal makes sense for that part of America. Minnesota is a very wilderness state, hence the Minnesota Wild in hockey. The colors look really good. I really, really, really like that color combination: light blue, dark blue, a little bit of gray, and then that green that's in there. It's contained all in one thing. The basketball in the background kind of makes up the negative space in behind of the actual circle in the middle. I really like it. I'm just not a fan of the font. That's, if I'm being super critical, that's what I'm being critical about, is the font choice. Number 6, I've ranked the Washington Mystics. Aesthetically, it's pretty busy. It's not the best logo by any means, but there are certain elements of this logo that I really enjoy. Number 1, it's genuinely completely different than most other sports logos. The swirls and swoops around the edges and corners make sense with Mystics. It's supposed to be smoke. That's where the uniqueness comes in at the top. The smoke comes from the basketball, which is at the bottom, comes through the back of the font and up around and in the net. It's a clever little thing. Obviously, you want to put the basketball in the net in basketball. The colors look really, really good together. I'm getting like some Washington Nationals, Washington Capitals. Like the color combination matches the rest of the sports in the city for the most part. Really like it a lot. Other than it being busy, it's pretty good. And I especially like the font that they used here, because you get dimension in the bottom, which looks like the bottom of the outside of the bottom of the letters is beveled almost. And you get that same effect at the top, where it's gray and beveled, so the font almost looks like it's not flat, and it kind of looks like it's doing this. It looks a little strange to read, but I like it. Number 5 is the Las Vegas Aces. Pretty interesting logo here. Aces is Las Vegas and Aces. You can't go wrong with that name. I'm surprised that the Vegas Golden Knights didn't try to get Aces. I'm sure they did, and maybe they couldn't because, copyright issues and stuff. Other teams around the world use that name, obviously, as we're just looking at it. But it's a really simple logo that totally makes sense. It's all contained in this reverse, or this mirrored triangle kind of diamond shape, I guess. I think that's supposed to represent kind of a mountain up top. Obviously, the A is there as well in white, but at the bottom, you kind of get 2 A's or 2 mountains, and the mountains make sense. Nevada has lots of mountains leading into California and stuff. I don't know if it's intentional. I don't know if it's just my mind playing tricks on me or making me look at this a little bit too in depth and kind of seeing something where there's nothing, but the top one is white. The bottom one is red. Las Vegas is kind of Sin City, so I get like the angel and demon on the shoulder kind of vibes. The red below, the holy above. I don't know if that's intentional, but that's kind of where my mind goes with this. If yours did, let me know in the comments. I'd really like to know that. But I'll genuinely just think that I'm kind of a fool and just looking a little bit too hard at this one. Number 4 is the Chicago Sky. You guys know I like blue and yellow together. It looks so good. This is all contained in one big thing, but when it's not, at the bottom it starts to break up. It's the netting in the basket. It totally makes sense. Why wouldn't it be broken up? It looks so good. You've got I don't know the name of it. It used to be the Sears Tower, I believe, in Chicago. I cannot remember the name of it since I renamed it, but just an absolutely fantastic logo. The basketball in the back, it kind of looks like the sky in behind the building there, which makes sense to the name. They're called the Sky, obviously. The colors look good. Just a big fan of this logo. Love it. Number 3, I've ranked the Dallas Wings. Kind of a unique color combination here. Much like the Minnesota one, you got the dark blue with the light blue, and then a little bit of green, but it's a different green. It's almost like a lime, half like baby poop green or something. I don't know. I don't dislike it. It's just different. It's a really, really nice logo. I think it would look amazing on a jersey, on a t-shirt, on a hat, whatever. The only criticism I have about it is the team is called the Dallas Wings, not the Wings Dallas. So having Dallas underneath, just visually when you read it, you're reading Wings Dallas instead of Dallas Wings. So, I mean, I'm getting really nitpicky here, but I got to differentiate these logos. But generally, I have no complaints other than that about this logo. Really like it. Number 2, I've ranked the Seattle Storm. Just an absolutely fantastic logo. You've got the Space Needle there. The colors don't really represent the other team, to my knowledge, that's in Seattle, which is the Seahawks. They use a green, like a bright, almost neon green, and a blue, and a black maybe. This is very, I don't know, the colors. I'm sure there's a baseball team that uses this color scheme. I just can't think of it right now. But it looks okay. It's not my favorite color combination, but it's familiar. Everything's contained. You got the cloud that's kind of surrounding everything. You've got the 100% unique storm font with some kind of streaks going through it. The basketball's there. The city name is there. Seattle Storm, not Storm Seattle. I really like it. One of the best logos, one of the best basketball logos I've ever seen. And number 1, and this is kind of where at the beginning I talked about I couldn't find the right logo for the team. There was just different primary logos, it seemed. This was the example, the New York Liberty. One of them had just kind of like the arm holding the basketball, and the other one was this one. So I chose this one. I'm not sure if it is the primary one, but regardless, it would have been number 1 either way. I love the color combination. It's New York Islanders in hockey. You get the Statue of Liberty in there. They're called the Liberties. The whatever she's holding there, I don't know the name of it, makes the I in Liberty. It's holding a basketball that's on fire for the flame. It's so good. There's dimension in her. She's got highlights on her, in her nose, in her arm, in her cheek. She is bursting out of this logo. It's fantastic. I love everything about it. I wish I had a t-shirt with this on it, or a hat or something like that. I'll have to look online and see if I can buy it. I absolutely love this logo. And it's not just a 2-dimensional logo with some 3-dimensional elements. The actual logo itself is 3-dimensional. If you look along the left, it has this drop shadow, which makes it look like a bevel that it's raised up. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. There was no way that this was not going to be first. I love it. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please leave your comments down below. Feel free to rank these yourself down in the comment section. I do not expect everyone to agree with me, and maybe you shouldn't agree with me. That's why this is fun, because everyone has a different list. There literally is no right or wrong. If you disagree, more than welcome to disagree. Please disagree down below in the comment section. But tell me why you disagree. Be constructive about it. There's no need to be rude or call me names or anything like that. Like this is just a fun, lighthearted video. It's YouTube. Like, this isn't drama or politics or anything like that. We're just having some fun here. So let's leave the name calling to the Twitter and political stuff. Let's just have some fun here. Leave me some constructive criticism on these logos. I'd like to hear all of your thoughts down below. Hit the subscribe button. I'm doing lots of content on here. Other sports, geography trivia just released recently. A GeoGuessr with Dad. We had a lot of fun doing that. There's 6 more coming up. The contest winner is announced soon. I'm giving away 5 jerseys. So I'm doing all kinds of stuff on this channel. I would love it if you could hit the subscribe button down below. And maybe share this video with a basketball fan as well, and get their opinion. So anyways, thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I should have said guys and girls. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Adios.